On March 30th, 1973, the first successful flight of the QF-86H occurred at the Naval Weapons Center, China Lake. The QF-86H is a real-size, all-attitude, highly maneuverable, remotely piloted vehicle. It will be used to test air-to-air weapon systems in a realistic air combat maneuvering environment. The aircraft will retain man rating. The target system consists of the QF-86H aircraft, a ground control station, and an MSQ-51 radar van. The QF-86H and limited logistics support were acquired from the Air Force. 5 antennas were installed on the aircraft to relay signals to and from the ground stations. A television antenna and telemetry antenna transmit information displayed to the remote pilot. His command signals are received by one of 2 command antennas. Since the aircraft is equipped with a destruct system in each wing, a 5th antenna was installed to receive a destruct command. Avionics equipment was installed in the nose section. The all-attitude gyro platform consists of a gyro reference unit, an electronic control amplifier, and a controller. These units were originally designed for the F-15 aircraft. When a loss of command signals occurs, the Flight Safety Electronics Unit recovers the aircraft from any unusual attitude. A standard television camera provides the remote pilot with a 45-degree forward field of view. An automatic antenna switch provides maximum signal strength to the command receiver decoder, which decodes the digital command signals. These signals are relayed to the airborne interface unit, where they are converted to analog outputs for flight control. A telemetry transmitter is used for transmission to the ground station of the necessary information to remotely fly the aircraft as though a pilot were on board. Cockpit modifications were minimal. An onboard safety pilot, required for training, has the capability to disengage remote control in the event of system failure. Any one of 5 switches in the cockpit instantaneously gives the safety pilot control of the aircraft. The compass controller allows the pilot to change the heading on the attitude indicator. Additional modifications include an angle of attack indicator, a drone control panel, and a drone engage panel. The remote control pilot flies the aircraft from an actual F-86H cockpit located in the ground control station. Prior to the NOLO flight, maneuvers were practiced with a hands-off safety pilot on board. The instrument panel and command functions operate the same as those in the aircraft. A TV monitor and XY plot provide the pilot with vehicle position and attitude. Telemetry electronics drive the cockpit displays by converting the telemetry signals received from the MSQ-51 radar van. This radar van relays all telemetry, command, and video information between remote pilot and aircraft. The first successful NOLO flight began with the loading of 2 destruct charges, 1 in each wing. The setup pilot conducted the pre-flight checkout. Progress was relayed to the ground control station through a mobile communications van. When pre-flight was completed and the destruct system was designated as safe, the setup pilot positioned the aircraft for takeoff. Loose items were secured and unnecessary equipment removed from the cockpit. Removal of the safety pins armed the destruct system. Rotation occurred at approximately 110 knots. Liftoff at 125 knots. Here's the takeoff as the remote pilot sees it. flaps and gear were intentionally left down, and 155 knots airspeed was maintained around the pattern. An F-86H chased in the event of telemetry or video failure. The runway was seen from approximately 10 miles out. The remote pilot flared the aircraft normally just prior to touchdown. The aircraft made a 100-degree turn onto the non-duty runway. This 10-minute flight on March 30th, 1973 was the first successful flight of the QF-86H, an air combat maneuvering all-attitude target system. It could be the harbinger of realistic weapon systems test and evaluation.